What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily. Today's stories are all about the Google Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. We got some more promotional images that have been leaked out, this time by Evan Blass. A whole slew of them, including their wireless charger that will be released with it. And then we have a bunch of questions, fresh new questions straight out of the oven with a Galaxy type flair to them. So with that said, let's jump into the tech news. I want to talk, before we show off what we have with those promotional images, this is a good point. Evan Blass put out a tweet saying the following, that basically that the metrics so far of the stuff he's tweeted out about the Pixel are the highest ever for any Pixel phone that he's ever done from the beginning until now. And he's getting, big impressions, engagements, and engagement rate. And I can totally agree with him. I see it with my friends' channels. When they put out Pixel content, generally it wouldn't get many views. I see it with my channel, the views being not necessarily massive, but definitely a lot larger than they were previously. So with that said, it looks like the Pixel phone's gonna be, I think it's gonna be kind of a hit this year. More so definitely than any time in the past. And I'm not sure if it's because you guys wanted a true flagship phone or what it is, but it's looking like it's gonna be pretty hot. Maybe not as hot as a Samsung phone, but hot for a Pixel phone. So let's check these images out. Again, these are from Evan Blass. All right, so let's start clicking into these. These are gonna be the Pixel 6. I love this color, like the aqua blue, mixed with a little yellow at the top, a little lemonade, why not? These phones, I have seen online people complaining about the bezel. Come on, guys. I mean, it's big, but it's not like crazy. It's not Microsoft Surface Duo big. But for this, I mean, they're putting a lot of style and flavor into the software this time around, with kind of like a theming it out with the wallpapers and the colors overall with everything. So it's nice to see that they're doing a little bit of something different with the software, making it all look pretty cool overall. Again, this should be I believe this is the Pixel 6 again, because it kind of has a larger bezel and the screen kind of looks small. But as we cycle through these, what else are we gonna see? Here's a nice little image showing off your Wi-Fi screen, and if you have Coffee with Robin coming up, where your fingerprint sensor is. Fingerprint sensor looks like it's gonna be kind of high up on the phone. I know that was something else somebody said, and I'll be curious to see if it feels uncomfortable where it's placed underneath that display. Then we jump over to the back of the phone, and you see that big camera, module all the way across the display. This one says 50 megapixel lens on the left. The middle will be the 12 megapixel, and then the one over to the right will be the 48 megapixel. I wanted to check out these Pixel stands. Now, remember, this is gonna charge, I believe, at 23 watts wirelessly, and I bet you it has a big fan in there if I had to guess, because it looks pretty thick especially for a wireless charger. And usually when you put it in that little holder, when it's wireless charging, it usually ends up giving you like a different screen on your Pixel. Like it'll show like almost like information. So it's kind of neat what they do with that. It's not just a charger. It'll actually turn your phone into like a little newsstand in a way, to give you information about what's going on in the world or in your world as well. So your question of the day is, why aren't you buying a Pixel phone? Because I know there's gonna be some people that are. So I'll give you the question: why are you buying one, or why aren't you buying one? Maybe you're not buying one because you already have a phone, or you don't like their software, or you don't like the look of the phone, or it doesn't excite you. Like, why aren't you buying one? Let me know in the comments down below. With that said, guys, let's jump into the Q&A portion of the video and drop that. First question comes from Mustafa Ahmed. Can you please do a video of the Nokia T20 tablet? It has very long battery life and better specs than Samsung's entry-level tabs. Thank you. I don't do a lot of entry-level stuff. I probably should get into that, because I know, some people don't always want the highest spec'd out, most expensive thing, or they can't afford it, or whatever the reason they don't want it. Sometimes they go to these lower end ones or mid-range ones and they get better specs. I probably won't, to be honest with you. I like tablets, but they don't interest me that much, probably, especially the Nokia level, so probably won't do that unless they want to send it to me. Next question comes from Mr. Moises Lopez, saying, great video, thanks for the updates. Question, what carrier do you use and why? I have accounts like with all the carriers pretty much, have them be prepaid or the the regular normal one. I have it be like Verizon or AT&T or T-Mobile or something like that. But ultimately, the ones I like the best are just the regular GSM ones, such as AT&T and T-Mobile. You can bring unlocked phones there no matter pretty much whatever phone it is. You don't have to really go around any hoops to get it to work like you do sometimes with Verizon. So definitely GSM, because there's a lot more unlocked phones in the world from all over the world that could potentially work on those networks more so than they could on Verizon. Buddhist Elder says, Greg, when a manufacturer sells phones for pre-order, is there a set number of them that they will sell, or is it like however many they make to make them will be available? Just want to know the process. I'll be honest, I don't know the full process of how they decide how long to either keep a pre-order open or how many they can put at a certain point. I think it really goes with, they don't want to create too many in case people don't buy them, but then they don't want to create not enough so that they have this huge amount of demand. But they definitely, I feel like, want some kind of demand going on there because I think it builds and fevers up. But honestly, I don't know how the whole process of that works. I would guess kind of like what I said. Next up comes from New York's Finest. Now that you might have used the Fold, do you see yourself going back to a regular phone, or are you going to stay Team Fold? Will they send you the Pixel Fold if they make one? I hope Samsung listens to its customers and improves the next phone cameras and makes it on par or better than the Pixel, because they had a long time to get it right. Lastly, do you think that the Pixel Fold does come out? Will it house a Bluetooth S Pen? So I'll answer your last question first. No, I don't think the Pixel Fold is going to have any kind of pen support. If it did, I wouldn't be that surprised, because they do have tablets that have pen support, but I don't think the Pixel Fold will. At least the first generation, I don't think it will. To answer your other questions, will Google send me the Pixel Fold for, review or free or whatever? They've sent me every other phone they've come out. I don't see why they wouldn't send me that one, but it remains to be seen. And then am I going to stick on Team Galaxy Fold? Yes, as of right now, I'm sticking with it unless something kicks it off. The next two phones I think that potentially might do that would either be the Surface Duo 2 or the Pixel Fold. I don't see a candy bar phone doing that though. Ski High says, hey Greggles, the first three speaker holes on the top of the Z Fold 3 seem to have some kind of material block in the holes. Is it blocking some of the sound? Are you experiencing the same thing? So if you have any kind of, and I haven't looked at it too close, but people made some, when I did my my phone comparison of the Z Fold 2 versus the Z Fold 3, one of the tests I did was a speaker test, and the Z Fold 2 has better sounding speakers. They're louder, better, they're just better overall. Now, they made a great point, and I didn't even think of it. The water resistance that is for the Z Fold 3 most likely is built into those speakers, dulling the sound. So if you see stuff in there, I wouldn't toy with it, because you're probably going to make your phone unwater resistant, de-water resistant, whatever the word would be. So be careful with what you do. Evil Teacher, what would be the best accessories you would recommend to take the Fold 3 to the next level? Keyboard, hub, etc. Mexican greetings. So I think without a doubt, everybody should get a pop socket to make your phone easier to hold. It makes it so much more enjoyable. Beyond that, I mean, it's great if you want to make this a full-on, kind of laptop experience. Then yeah, grab a Bluetooth keyboard, grab a Bluetooth mouse. That way you can hook it up to DeX while you're at it and do that way and get the full desktop experience. But for me, I think besides a case, definitely without a doubt, get a pop socket. Cat's Kasem says, hi Greg, can we charge our phone while doing a software update? Yes, I always do that. You should have no problem with charging your phone while it's doing an update. Definitely do that. And our last question comes from Turtle W saying, what is the worst type of damage you've ever done to a phone? Recently, my Fold 3 fell out of my hands without the case, face first, on concrete, slid down my driveway. I cracked the corner of the phone. That's actually the worst I've ever done. It's similar to me. I would say the worst fall it fell is the last time I broke my Z Fold 2. I was riding my bike, it popped out of its phone holder, fell on the ground, almost got ran over by a car. That would be like the absolute worst look of it in terms of like, oh my God, this is gonna be really bad damage, but ultimately only had like a little damage around here. It had nothing on the screen. But the worst damage I've ever had was when I fell. I had a video about it. My Z Fold 2 again, smashed its face down, wide open on the ground. There you guys go. If you have questions, put them in the comments with the word question. I will answer it tomorrow, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.